Hi there, today we're going to have a little bit of fun and we are going to make a Vulcan character with a phaser rifle in City of Heroes. So the first thing we're going to do is pick our origin, which of course in this case has to be science, right? Next we're going to pick our type, which is going to be a blaster, and that's where we find our beam rifle, which I think will suit our needs just fine. And devices because, well, why not? It seems on point. The first thing we're going to do is take them and make them a little less muscular because I don't really see Vulcans being bulky. Then blank out to the character design so we can start from scratch. Now, I am going to start with a face because it's the first major feature I could think of. We'll go past some of these cool Rebirth customizations with illuminated, glowing, transparent faces and what have you. And what we're looking for is somebody that has essentially the right facial characteristics, which in this case is going to be upward swooping eyebrows and a fairly serious look. So now that we've found that, we're going to look for the hair option next, which it's got to be flat cut on the front. Of course, black hair in this case seems the most appropriate. And let's keep looking through here. And it turns out that the one that we're looking for is actually called illogical. What a coincidence. Anyways, the next thing is going to be ears, which we have many different options, some that are obviously going to be wrong, but this vampiric looks just about perfect to me. So we've got a pretty good start here. Now we've got to figure out the clothing situation, and I'm looking for an old style Star Trek look, which is going to be a long sleeve shirt of a bluish color. So we'll start with changing the color. And I know this is wrong, but I'll fix it later. In the meantime, just got to figure out what shirt and such options there are. And I'm not really seeing the shirts here. I think I might be clicking the wrong thing, or, you know, they're making some changes to the menu, but we'll start with the tights instead. It could do the job. I'm going to spend a little time trying to find an option that has the black band around the neck, though in the end I didn't see one that would work flawlessly, so I ended up just not going with that. And I like this texture because it matches the newer Star Trek films and movies. I'm going to see if there's something that I can use as a black neckband in the head options. Some of those go to the neck, and if that doesn't work, I'll use the shoulder options. And if that doesn't work, I can try the color options as well. In the end, nothing is really working, and there's another important problem that we have. We're not going to be able to get the sleeves quite the way we want them, and there's also the problem of the insignia. When you put an insignia on tights like this, it goes to the center of the chest, but there is a solution. If we go to the jackets and blazers instead, first of all, there's this sleeve option that has the yellow bands on the end, which is exactly what we want. And then, when you put the insignia on, it goes onto the left chest area, which again is exactly what we want. So all we need to do now is find something of a generic triangle shape, make sure that it's the right color scheme, and we've really got something going now. Next, we got to give him some pants, which in this case is pretty easy because the pants that they wear are very basic black slacks. And then we're going to fix the color for the shirt, make it more appropriate, give him some decent shoes. And we're doing pretty well. This is looking pretty good. Now, here's the fun part. We grab the weapon, and we find something that looks sufficiently Star Trek-y. Make sure it's the right color. And I think this is probably pretty close to what a phaser rifle would look like. Not bad, not bad. Now the last thing we're going to do is make sure that the color of the attacks looks appropriate, which this default color is, you know, pretty cool, but I don't think we want that. Let's go with something that's a little more authentic, which is going to be a reddish tone. So this is definitely too yellow, so let's go with something very red. There we go. Now we're talking. So now we can wander our way through the city as if we were a Starship crew member had beamed down to check out this city and blast the various villains and what have you with our Vulcan.